So I started painting and doing sculptures and designing at a really young age. Never really liked school, but I've always loved art class. When I was younger, I would see a computer, an old computer, take it apart and put it back together just because I was going to see if I could do it.
Right.
So I did it. And then I started fooling around a lot, you know, being kind of like handy with my hands, and I would always like find myself painting, doing anything artistic. So art for me goes back as far as I can remember, seriously loving art. That's always been how I expressed myself. I've always was a bit of an outsider, you know. I was an outsider at a time when it wasn't cool to be an outsider.
Yeah.
So I also had to deal with a lot of those things too, you know, in school, growing up. Get into a lot of shit, fights, arguments. Used to kind of get bullied for being different. There's always something in life, you know. Every job that I ever had, I got fired from because I could take horrible direction from anybody, unless it has something to do with art. So I've always kind of been realizing, like, well, you know, I can't work for anyone else. I know it, and I've always loved making art. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do art, and if I don't make money at it, I don't make money at it. But I do it because I love it, not because in my life, like some people wake up to go to work, to pay money to live at the apartment, paying money to go to work, paying money to eat food at work. And I was like, well, if you're gonna be broke doing all this work, why not just be broke and be happy? Why be broken and just work your ass off and still be broke? So I've always, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna sell my paintings, my garments, my furniture, my designs, and that's what I'm gonna do. If I make money at it, great. If I don't, great. I still love what I do. That's always kind of my motto of things. And you know, even when I was younger, like I would tell people dreams of things that I thought that I always wanted to do. Like I was like, well, you know, I want to sell jackets. I want to sell the best luxury jackets. I would tell people my price range and the type of things that I want to do. Is like, what are you out of your mind? People would say, who the hell is going to pay $5,000 for a jacket? I said, well, I don't know who's going to pay $5,000 for a jacket, but I'm going to find that person that's going to pay $5,000 for a jacket. FaceTime audio call. Blake Mondel Muff.
Which one? Making a FaceTime audio call now.
Hey, the mass is done. I'm gonna come. I'm just doing the finishing, the last finish, and I'm gonna bring it back. How's it over there?
Well, we haven't opened the doors yet, so they open at 7. But everything's ready for everybody.
All right, and
Our DA is not even coming till 7, so I think people are really gonna arrive closer to 9 ultimately.
all right. So, do you want me to bring like a squishy thing where you can fill the mask up because it has good structure and you can just put it somewhere?
Sure. Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
And then, do you think you can give me an Uber to go there when I call you?
Alright, I'll send you an Uber, just let me know.
Alright. The goal with my art is to change the generations of the future of society on how people view art and what we're standing for as artists. You know, a lot of people make something that's cool. Well, you can make something that's cool, but what is the utility behind something that you're making that's cool? What does it stand for? What's the meaning behind it? What's the message? And nowadays, a lot of artists, they're more in a sense worried about looking cool and being an artist because it's cool to be an artist, more than the meaning behind why they're doing art. What's the message? What does it give to the readership? What does it give to the viewers that's viewing your pieces? Or you're just doing it because it's cool. That's the thing that differentiates an artist that's just an artist and an artist that's iconic.
Right.
The artists that have a message, the artists that go above and beyond to relay that message to you, those are the artists that we will remember. When I make garments, I think about how long will this garment last? What type of thread that I'm using? What type of fabric that I'm using? What type of thread correlates and goes inside of that fabric? When I'm stitching the garment together, what's gonna hold it the best for years to come? I mean, when I make a piece, I tend to like to gear towards heavy materials, leather, denim. For the simple reason is like those garments last a long time, like a super long time. I mean, you could have a denim jacket for 50 years. You could have a leather jacket for 100 years. I mean, of course, everything is depending on how you take care of it. But like the things that I make are, I would say, like, I want to last forever. It's a statement, you know. You could have a very, very, very simple outfit on, with one piece from Ty Stephano. The juxtaposition of that one piece will offset your whole outfit. So that's what I do when it comes to design. I've also worked for a lot of other big brands. I've studied trends, and I know what the consumer wants, and I just have to find a way to deliver it to the consumer on a mass scale. And by mass scale, I mean I don't want to produce in overseas. I don't want to produce anywhere else but America, New York. All my tags that you see, like when I make something, all my tags say made in New York. This is Ty Stephano, made in New York. All the tags. And I take a garment that's not made in a city, like that's imported. Like, I mean, of course you could have your amazing Paris garments, French garments. You could be in London, you could have a piece from London, you could have a piece from Thailand. I don't know where you want to buy, but if I feel like it's a really great thing to support designers and artists that make things in New York, in the city. That's a melting pot from every angle of the world. I mean, anything that you want to do, it's here in New York, 1000%. I mean, they got groups for everything. This is New York City. At any time, 24/7, any day of the week, anything's accessible. Anything is.